everyone, good afternoon from Asheville, North Carolina. This is a city I've wanted to go to for a while because it is famous for beer and craft beer. So in this video, we're gonna go to a ton of breweries, from big to small, you know, all sorts of stuff. And stay tuned to the end of the video when we're gonna rank all the breweries we go to here in Asheville from worst to best. But let's start exploring, and the one closest to our hotel, which is Hilman Beer. Kind of like this place so far. Very homey, doesn't feel overly corporate. You're gonna see a lot of beer flights in this one. We got started with the Jungle Bungle, which was tropical sour. That was our favorite.
Yes.
Tropical stout, that's something that's very, very different. Part chocolatey, part fruity on a stout, but it kind of just tastes like stout, but with no bite. A blood orange cream ale, and then a free punch to the face, which is their hilariously named triple IPA. On flight number one, I definitely think Jungle Bungle. We haven't eaten a ton today, so we didn't want to try some food while here at Hilman. So we got the pimento cheese appetizer. That looks really good. Still hungry. We went with one of their burgers, which somebody did recommend. They say they have excellent burgers, and it does look pretty good. Went for a second flight as we're enjoying some food. We got their ESB, which is actually a gold medal winning beer at the Great American Beer Festival back in 2019. Family tradition, their Belgian hop blonde, that was wonderful. I think my favorite beer we've had here is the Double Bag Aswards. That is their hazy double IPA, really, really good. And wrapping things up, we have the Hefeweizen. You can never really go wrong with a Hefeweizen. The brewery does have a nice little kind of backyard area, complete with a creek.
They had a very friendly staff, too.
Yeah, very friendly in there. They do have some merch. I like they have like the German beer steins. That's one you don't see a whole lot. Probably a good 5-minute walk down the road from Hilman is Seven Clans Brewing, which is, I believe, owned or operated by members of the Cherokee Native American tribe. A little bit on the smaller side at this one. I believe there are 8 different taps. We got another flight. This one was $12. Molly, your favorite was something, one of their seasonals, the honeysuckle wheat.
Yeah, you don't see that often.
I like their 10% double IPA. I also love that they have a water fountain on the wall for either people or dogs. They also have some really, really neat can art here. As you can tell with the Native American owners. The brewery does have some merch. Always love a brewery sign. And a comfy looking couch. The next one is within walking distance of the first two, and it is the French Broad River Brewery. Well, the brewery is pretty neat. I wanted to record kind of quick because there is a Grateful Dead cover band getting ready to play in a couple minutes. So it's cool for them to have live music. No air conditioning in here if you are here on a hot day. We got another tasting flight. We got a cherry limeade hard seltzer, tart wheat ale with raspberries, a black IPA, and a cherry stout. You know, for me, cherry limeade seltzer is probably my favorite one of this one.
I agree. The tart, different now.
Up next, we did hop in an Uber and headed on a 6-minute ride downtown-ish, and we're here at Uris.
It's ranked number 6 in Asheville for a brewery.
On Untapped. Had to go up some stairs to get to the tap room. But look at this art. Like in this one, there's art on the wall. There's a Mario Kart video game set in the corner. Got 2 small pours. This one, I think, for me, is going to be very tough to beat. This is their Double R, a cherry pie ale with vanilla and pie crust. It's a 9% ABV. The other one, not really my thing, a Baltic Porter with almonds, raisins, vanilla, and amaretto syrup. A lot of flavor in it. That's called I'll Have a Bear Claw. But the cherry pie one, awesome. And we did grab a second round here of small pours. We got the Havana, which is a farmhouse ale with lemongrass, lemon zest, and pink peppercorn. Very tasty, but only a 3.8. Mr. Big, on the other hand, is 11%.
Does
a
not
triple
taste like
IPA,
11.
double dry hop with honey. That's a wonderful beer. This big old building here is home to the Man Brewery. We have made it inside, and we're on the 3rd floor, which gives you kind of a balcony view of their giant production warehouse. I'm kind of bumming like their canning machine isn't going right now. That would be really fun to watch. One thing with this one, you cannot pick your own flight. We picked the brewer's choice. I think we both prefer the tart berry best. I really like the Thiol Master. But yeah, it's kind of a cool brewery. On the third level, which is dog friendly, they also have, if you don't mind sitting outside in the warmness, really cool views of Asheville. Molly and I are pretty lucky we get to go to a lot of breweries. It's the first one I've ever seen with a sand and rock garden you could play with. Interesting. On the lower floor, they do have a pretty large selection of merchandise, poker chips, and all sorts of cool stuff. There's Yoda hanging out. Always good time to have Yoda hanging out. Pretty cool glassware. Chill dog, and Molly really likes their crazy old doors. With it being stop number 6, time to switch things up a little bit and go to the Urban Orchard Cider Company. This place is massive. You can build your own flight, which we just did for $15. I got the Boys of Summer, which is a fresh watermelon with a minty finish. The Blue Monday, a cider with cold pressed strawberries. Molly, which two do you get on a flight?
Vacation Station, which is a tropical cider with guava, kiwi, and mango. And then I went with one of the flagships, the Dry Ridge.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the games they have. You can play pool, big fan of shuffleboard, and ping pong. Why didn't I all these? But I think both of our favorites is the Vacation Station, which has like guava and mango in it. And we're enjoying a game. Shuffleboard.
I'm losing bad.
Our next stop is going to be the Funkatorium. Wonderfully fun name. Now, this is an offshoot of Wicked Weed Brewing. I've had their beers before. I've liked everything I've had from them. This one is going to be an offshoot of their brand, which focuses in sours.
This is what I was looking forward to.
I am really enjoying the Funkatorium. Lots of plants, very chill music. They have a large number of flights that you can order. We went with the barrel-aged flight. And like, I'm not a big pineapple guy, but I think the pineapple at 7.2 is probably my favorite.
Does not taste like a 7.2.
No, it tastes like pineapple juice. I also really like the L'Amour Morte. It's the 5.4 blackberry sour. Now at this point in a drinking adventure, I feel like it was time for some more snacks. So we ordered the pub chips served dank with bacon and cheese. The biggest brewery in town is Sierra Nevada. Unfortunately, we're here on the 4th of July, and they're closed. And day 2 is officially going to begin here at one of the bigger boys in town. This is New Belgium. Now, New Belgium Brewery is headquartered out in Colorado. This is, I guess, their secondary location, also a very big facility. I love their beer. I love the Voodoo Ranger series, so excited to have a couple pints here. And there's lots of dogs. We've made it inside. Now they do tours and stuff as well. We're not going to go on the tours. We're just going to enjoy some beverages. Lots and lots of fun stuff on tap. Love any bar you go, or brewery you go to with the special release section. They got their Voodoo Ranger section. I have never had a bad Voodoo Ranger beer. Their Belgian collection, wood-aged sours. Now, I got some good stuff. I got their Beer to Queer, which is their Pride Month beer. It's a Mai Tai kind of a sour with aged in rum barrels. This guy here, that's a strong boy. That is a honey Belgian triple, clocking in at 10%. You could drink it really, really easily. Molly, what are your two here?
I got a pink lemonade shanty, which is really, really good.
Yeah, that's good.
And then something very different. It's a sour brown ale, La Folie. It's not the greatest. I'm not a huge fan of brown ales, but I thought a sour one would be interesting.
Had to go for a second round here. Something very interesting, this bar, they don't take tips. They get paid pretty well, but instead of giving tips, you can give donations, and each bartender has a local charity they give their money to. For my second round, I went for a full bar on the Atomic Citrus Voodoo Ranger. It's delicious. I don't think I've had this one before.
No.
Molly got one of their seltzers, the Berry Blast.
It's really good.
They don't have a kitchen, but they do have food trucks. We got some French fries. And then the merchandise here is pretty neat. You get a Voodoo Ranger bomber jacket, Voodoo Ranger floaty, the 1985 IPA fanny pack. Really, really good looking glassware. Along with, you know, just plenty of shirts and signs. Didn't see these earlier. Look at the Voodoo Buddies. It's such a little action figure Voodoo Ranger guys that would sit on the edge of your beer glass. Hopefully, before these storm clouds close in, we'll make our way down there to our next destination, which is Wedge Brewery. Wedge is about as uncorporate a brewery as you can get. Lots of really great selections. I got a cherry raspberry wheat ale. It's delicious. Molly got the Tube and Hazy IPA, as right next to this brewery is a river that people tube down.
Yes.
Pretty reasonable prices in here, and some weird art. There is a Wedge art place right next door. But yeah.
We're in the art district.
Yeah, we are in the art district. Hopped in an Uber, and for the first time ever in my life, I got the same Uber driver that I had yesterday. And we're here at New Origin because New Origin is the #1 ranked brewery in all of Asheville on Untapped. Also, I see a lot of dogs, so probably get a thumbs up for me. So I can definitely see why this is so popular. I got the Fresh Pair of Tim's, which is a barrel-aged stout with caramel and marshmallow. It's 13%, and it is incredibly smooth. Like, it's still like there's a hint of like you're drinking a strong boy, but
Does not taste like a 13.
no. Yours is delicious too.
I got a fresh paint job. It's a sour ale with orange and vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, this is a good spot.
Yeah.
In this Class S&W cafeteria building, it's home to the Highland Brewing Company, established in 1994.
It was the very first brewery that was allowed to be in Asheville.
The building's really cool. There's a food hall down on the bottom floor, and Highland Brewing is on the top floor. You grab a flight here at the Highland Brewing Company. And what are the 4 we ordered?
We got Berry Full, which is with blueberries. We got No Reservations, which is a cherry lime sour. We got a lager with lime.
That is the Todos. We asked the guy what is his favorite.
Yeah, that was his favorite.
And that was his second favorite. Their Gaelic Ale is like their most popular one.
Yes.
Then we did get one more. And I love this because they got bar games. You can play shuffleboard in exchange for your ID. They actually have some pretty solid merchandise as well. You can see the scarves, the shirts, the hoodies, the signs, and the glassware. Also love having the food hall downstairs. The hot dog was delicious. Out of all the breweries here, this was the one I was most looking forward to. Burial Brewing Company. Supposed to be one of the better ones in the entire country. I will say this is definitely my kind of a brewery. Very industrial, not very corporate-y. Got 2 very different beers. I got a 14% Imperial Stout. Molly got a 6% barrel-aged sour. But like some of my favorite things that breweries do, if you have a stout that is heavily flavored and high ABV, that is some of the stuff I always look for, and they've got 3 of them here. I went with the middle one, and it is fantastic. Hopefully gonna swing into Twin Leaf Brewery before they close, and just grab a real quick beer. Definitely a brewery I'm bummed we only got one at, because they definitely have some really fun stuff. We ordered the Insanity of Dreams chocolate marshmallow dark sour at 7.9. It's fantastic. They had a Mexican chocolate stout at 9 that sounded really good. But no, this place is really chill. Next stop is High Wire Brewing, one that came highly recommended. And I feel like if we shot this video next month, it would easily be my favorite, because right now they're in the process of constructing a speakeasy tiki bar in the back of their brewery here on the South Slope. And we love tiki bars here in the Loop. Opening sometime in July, just not by July 4th, which is today, as you can tell from the fireworks going off. We missed the opening of their Speakeasy Tiki Bar by 1 week. It's going to open next Tuesday. But their tap list in here looks really, really good. We got all sorts of good stuff, like a chocolate imperial stout, cream bun imperial stout, cherry parfait, and a king cake stout. Like a lot of really high ABV stuff that I really enjoy. And yeah, doesn't feel corporate at all. And there's a really cool dog. So this place is really cool. I will say, Molly, we're very lucky. We get to travel a lot.
We do.
We're on a giant, like 15-day road trip, drinking tons of beer at breweries all over the place. This one, we've had over 150 new beers on this trip. I think, for me, this cream bun imperial stout at 13, my favorite
Really
beer of the
good.
entire trip. And there we go. That'll do it for our time in Asheville. I had an absolute blast. I missed the city already. You know, I had so much fun there. Can't wait for my next visit. There's even more breweries. We went to 14, and there's still a bunch that we did not get to go to. So can't wait to go back and see more and try all the new beers because, you know, you go to a brewery one year, you go to a brewery the next year, there might be a whole bunch of new beers. Asheville might be the best beer city in the entire country. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below what you think is the best city in the country for craft beer. But, man, I think my vote might go to Asheville. Now, I did promise my rankings. We went to 14 breweries, and I enjoyed all 14. I would go back to all 14. But in my opinion, somebody has to be the worst, somebody has to be the best. Starting off with number 14, my least favorite of the trip was the French Broad River. Number 13, Seven Clans. Number 12, Green Man Brewing. Number 11, Urisco. Number 10, Urban Orchard. Number 9, Twin Leaf. Number 8, Highland. Number 7, Wedge. Number 6, Hilman. Number 5, New Origin. Number 4, New Belgium. Number 3, Highwire. Number 2, the Funkatorium. And number 1, my personal favorite, was Burial. All right, there we go. That'll do it for the video. If I missed a brewery that I should have gone to while in Asheville, let me know what that is in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching this video.